FrostTube, welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I'm the Lancashire Stitcher. Today is Saturday the 13th of March 2021 and this is FrostTube number 15. If you're new here, welcome. This is a video or a channel mainly about cross stitch, but I do include other crafts. And if you're returning, welcome back. It's lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for all the comments. Yeah, it just brightens my day when I read all those comments. It's really nice, thank you. Such a nice community we've got of cross stitchers. As far as questions are concerned, I didn't have any on the comments, but I did have a couple of emails. So I'm not going to say who they're from because obviously they've sent me an email rather than putting a comment on the video. So someone asked me about One Nation. They asked me what fabric I'm using because they've started stitching it and the white's not showing very well. Now I use raw Belfast linen. I just bought a metre of it when I bought the chart, so that's what I've been using. But I do know there are quite a lot of people who've started stitching it on lighter fabric and the white isn't showing. It's Antique Lace by Classic Colourworks. And I think Bree Stitching Stuff, I think she started doing it on a lighter fabric and found that it wasn't showing very well. I suggested that they use either like an off-white, so like a creamy colour, or maybe even a light grey rather than the white, rather than redoing it. So yeah, but yeah, it's really, I know it shows up on mine okay, so I'm quite happy with it on the raw linen. The other one I got was about vinyl project bags. I've mentioned before that I'd like to do some project bags, but I was struggling to use vinyl, and someone sent me a link to Moda Fabrics. There's a tutorial on there for making vinyl project bags, so I have had a look. I did say to the person who sent it me that I'd have a go before this video, but I've just not had the chance to do it, so I will be doing when I can get sorted. I will be making one, so thanks for that. So they're the questions I had on my last video. The one thing I forgot to mention in my last video is that the lady who sent me the box of charts asked me to share the hashtag Crafters Exude Kindness 2021. I think Ginger Gerald Stitcher started this, and it's where crafters, cross stitchers, etc. share kindness during Lent. So this is why she sent me the box. It's to do with sharing kindness. So so I'll put the hashtag in the description box below. So yeah, so you can use that. I did put it as a text on the top of my video last time, but yeah, I forgot to talk about it. Right, giveaway winner. Last time I had a giveaway where one person would win 5 Tralala charts, and the winner is Brenda Foulkes, F-O-U-L-K-E-S. I'll put a picture of the screenshot on the screen. I'll comment on your comment, Brenda. If you can email me with your address and I shall get them in the post to you next week. So congratulations. I'm having another giveaway at the end of this video. My hair, as you can see, I've got lockdown hair definitely now. It's getting in my eyes. I'm getting a bit of the flick at the front because I'm always brushing it out my face. Hairdressers in the UK or in England can open from, I think, the middle of April if everything goes to plan. So hopefully in a month's time I'll have short hair again, but it's driving me mad at the minute. It's not at the point where I need to start clipping my fringe back like I did during lockdown 1, but it's definitely starting to bug me now. So yeah, right, so stitching. I've got now I've got hair in my mouth. I've got one to show you, and I've got one that I'm going to have to put a picture up. So the one I'm going to show you is All Is Well by Shepherd's Bush. I finished it, I think, during lockdown 1, And then I've made it into a hanging. It's been mounted on a board, and I've made my own carding around it, and then it's got a little ribbon hanger at the top. So yeah, that's that one. And then the other one is one that I made for the birthday exchange that I'm an exchange that I'm taking part in, and I did part of Simply Spring by the Drawn Thread, and I made it into a flat fold, so I'll put a picture up of that. Okay, so they're my fully finishes. I think that's it for fully finishes that I can show you. Yeah, right, so whips. I've not got many whips this week. I've got all my usual daily ones, but then the other ones I haven't got so many, but I'll explain why later. So first one, as always, is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. Stitching this as part of the One Nation Sal hashtag. One state, 1 star a week. And in the past 2 weeks I've done South Dakota and Montana. And there we go, that's what it looks like so far. It's getting big. When I posted a picture up on Instagram of it, as it is now, I had to tag Shanda Stitching in Idaho in it. She's always saying, I don't see Idaho on there yet, and I've told her I've got one more state and then I'm on Idaho. I think Washington's next, and then it's Idaho. Anybody who doesn't know, because my mum thought it was going to be in alphabetical order, the states were in alphabetical order, but it's not. It's to do with when each state joined the union, and there's a sheet with the pattern that tells you the date that each one joined the union. So that's what order they're in. It's not just some random order. So yeah, I just assumed people knew, and then my mum said, "Oh, they're not in alphabetical order." No. So yeah, right, the next one is Temperature Typography by Stitching Mummy. I'm doing this every day. Maximum temperature, going off the AccuWeather website. But I have noticed AccuWeather, I always check it about 9:30 in the morning, and I'll write it in my little, I've got a little diary, and then there's a couple of times I've gone on the day after and they've changed the temperature from a couple of days ago, and so I'm just carrying on doing it every day, because otherwise, yeah, it's just gonna drive me mad. So yeah, so I've done that so far. Now I'll leave it flat in the bag, like folded in half like this, but that big crease down the middle is still there, so I might have to press it at some point. So as you can see, we've got February finished and we've started on March. I've got the M and the A finished. I've stitched on it this morning, so that's done. The M and the A are done. I've got a tiny little bit of green on the A. As you can see, got a bit of green there. It's been quite cool this month compared to all the green in February there. It's been quite cool, but not as cold as it was at the beginning of February yet. We'll see how it goes. My next one, I was just looking for my Q-snap then. My next one is Cha Cha by Heritage Crafts. Doing this as part of the One Strand a Night group, pardon me, on Facebook. And I've actually took it out of the Q-snap because it's getting too big to go on the Q-snap. So when I show you, I'll have to take it out now. But as you can see, I've got the lady, she's done apart from the black in her eyes, which I'm going to do when I do black on the man. But what I thought was, the sun's shining now, it's been really cloudy for the past few hours. What I thought, I started doing the man's arm because the lady's almost finished, and then I thought, I'm going to end up, I'll have the man and the lady done, and I'll have all this purple in the background. So all that purple to do at the end. So I thought, right, rather than do that, I'm going to do one day where I stitch a strand on the man, and then one day where I stitch the purple. So I alternate like that, so at least everything should get done gradually rather than spending months on purple. So hopefully that'll help it to grow a bit better. But yeah, the lady's virtually done. Like I say, just colouring her eyes to do. So yeah, that's that one. I do like stitching on. It's really nice just stitching one strand a day, because it's growing, and it seems to be growing quickly when you're only doing a strand a day. My next one is Cappuccino by Mill Hill. I'm stitching this as part of the Mill Hill Monday Sale. There is a group on Facebook for it, and so far I've got that done. And this past few weeks I've done the tiling at the bottom. So the first week I did the white in the tiles, because last time I had the burgundy colour done, and then Monday just gone I've done the beads on the tiles, so the tile bit is actually finished. So yeah, so I really like how it's coming out, this. So the tile bit is done now, so I need to move up. Let's do a bit more on the sides and the top. That's that one. Right, so these next ones are from my acrostic challenge. I've only got 3 that I've done, and we're on the 13th, and I've only done 3 of 11 or 12. So I need to get on move on. So the first one is Wool Block Party by Hands On Design. You may recall I got 2 and a bit sides done, as well as the top, and in the 4 hours I stitched on it, I managed to finish the 3rd side. So yeah, I'm really happy with how that's coming on. Just one more side to do, and then I can get on to moving it on, making it up rather than moving it on. Words aren't coming out of my mouth today. Right, there we go. So yeah, I really like stitching on this. There we go. The next one is Colourful Guitar Landscape by Artsy. This was a new start. As I said, this is going to be one of my Letters of the Month pieces next month, but I thought I'd make a start on it this time. And I'm just loving the colours in this. So in 4 hours I've done that. So we've got some of the trees, and then that is a bit of the sun. So started in the middle, which is about here, and then moved down. So that's 4 hours work. So yeah, and it's going to be quite big because my piece of fabric is that. So obviously there's an allowance for borders and things for framing it or whatever I'm going to do with it. So yeah, do you like that one? And the next one, I only finished this last night, is Springtime by New York Dreamer. I do love these. I love them even more now I'm actually stitching one. I'm stitching this on a piece of 32 count Vintage Country Mocha, and that's what I've got done. So as you can see, I've managed to do time. I've done flowers, bloom, buzzing. I've started these 2 little birds here, and then I did the little bit of green to join these things up here. So I'm very happy with how that's coming on. So yep, that's that one. So they're my whips. Yeah. As I said, I've been busy with other things, which like I say, I'll talk about in a bit. But yeah, it feels like I've continued with my daily stitching. The cha-cha, the temperature one. I've done my Mondays on my Cappuccino, and I've also done the Sunday One Nation. But during the week it's just been like busy. Right, so next is haul. I've only got 1 piece of haul, and I'm going to blame Liz from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch for this one, because it's Flamingo Bells by Hands On Designs. I saw her with it on her video, and I just thought, I need to get that. I'm not usually a pinky person, a flamingo person, but I just really like this one. So yeah, I bought that one. So yeah, that's that one. And also I'm looking for, I don't know why I'm looking for, well I do know why I'm looking for it. I'm looking for Royal Holiday by Mirabilia, because Globetrotting Stitch is stitching that one and I just love it. It's just gorgeous, and and of course everywhere's sold out of it. So I'm keeping an eye out for that one. So yeah, that'll be another Mirabilia. Right, I've joined another SAL, another one. I noticed somebody had put on Instagram a couple of weeks ago about a hashtag strawberry picking 21 SAL, which is where you start stitching on the 20th of March, which is next Saturday, the first day of spring, and it's got to be something to do with strawberries. So I know somebody's doing Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs, and I was thinking about that one, but then I remembered I got this one and I thought I'm doing that one because it's been in my box for ages, and it was a chart I'd spent ages looking for, and I finally got it. And it's Strawberry Garden by Blackbird Designs. So yeah, I'm going to start this one next Saturday. It was, yeah, I've seen it stitched up a few times and it just looks really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. And I know I posted it on Instagram yesterday, and somebody's already said it's my unicorn chart. So yeah, when I finish it, I'll have to see about letting somebody have it. But yeah, that's getting started next Saturday. So whether I actually get my acrostic done this month is another matter. I am thinking about having a break from the acrostic next month for various reasons. I think I'm getting a bit like uninterested. No, I'm not. It's like I want to change, and I'm thinking I'm gonna pick some charts, some whips that I'm gonna do a rotation on just for the month. I did it 1 month last year, and it just gave me a break from the acrostic, because the acrostic, you know, you have to give yourself a target, and I always say 4 hours, where when I do a rotation I just say, right, I'm going to spend 3 days on it and just stitch when I can into it for 3 days, and then I'll use the Tiny Decisions app to select which one I stitch on for the next 3 days, and then it doesn't matter how long I spend on it, as long as I've done something for 3 days, on each day for 3 days. So some will get quite a lot done, some won't get very much done. So I'm thinking of that for next month. What's next? Ooh, giveaway. Okay, so as I said, I'm actually going to do 2 giveaways. I've got two. Well, there's one little kit and a chart. So I'll do the rules first because I always forget. Please don't say the word giveaway. Please be over 18 so you can give me your address. Preferably be a subscriber, although I don't, you know, I'm not going to check everybody. And you must comment before, is it the 27th? 2 weeks today, 2 weeks from the 13th. I think it's the 27th on the Saturday, because I'll draw it before I make my video. I always do my video in the morning on Saturday. So if you've commented before the 27th, the Saturday in 2 weeks, you'll be able to be in the draw. So the first one I'm going to do is Bountiful Harvest by Blackbird Designs. So it's loose feathers. It's just not my sort of thing, so I'm going to do this as a giveaway. If you'd like to win this one, you just need to put the word harvest in the comment. Okay, so that's that one. And then the next one is a little kit and it's called Duckling, and it's in the Little Friends Heritage Crafts series. It's a piece of even weaving there, all the threads, you can see them all there, everything in there to stitch it. So if you'd like to win this, it's a cute little thing, it's just, I know I wouldn't stitch it. If you want to win this, just say the word friends. Okay, so harvest for this one, friends for that one. Okay, so yeah, that's the giveaway for this time, and then I'll do another giveaway next time. Right, so I've got some knitting to show, but I'll do a life update first. So as you know, I've been getting support from the Chamber of Commerce to set up my own finishing business, and yesterday I had a phone call with my mentor, and I've actually managed to submit my business plan to the Chamber of Commerce. The idea is that you send in your business plan that you've created with the support of your mentor, and then when it's signed off, because it will, if it will get signed off, it's just if they see anything that they're not sure about, or they think needs changing, then they send it back, and you just change it and send it back in. So when it's signed off, I can start trading, and I'll get an allowance called the New Enterprise Allowance for the first 6 months of trading. So it's gone in. My mentor thinks it's fine, it's a viable business. I'm obviously capable of doing the paperwork, apparently. So it's gone in, and hopefully sometime next week I'll get contacted to say it's fine. But I've decided that because it's so close to the end of the tax year here in the UK, the tax year ends on the 5th of April, I'm going to start my business on the 6th of April, which is actually the day after Easter Monday. So that's why I've not had
Sorry, I don't know that.
Sorry, that was my Amazon thing in the corner. So that's why I've not had a chance to do very much stitching, because I've been trying to get my business plan finished. I've been setting up my website, and you know, I've been trying to sort everything else out for the business, trying to get it so I can actually start, because I know I've got people waiting for me to start trading so they can send me things. What I've said is that I'm going to put the website live on the 1st of April. If you're in my Facebook group, there'll be a link to it on my Facebook group, but I'm going to put a Linktree link in the description box, and then when my website goes live, I'll put the website on there as well. Linktree, if you don't know about Linktree, is where you can put all your social media links, so like Instagram, Ravelry, whatever you've got. I've put my Facebook group in there, and then I've set up my website, but it's not live yet. It won't be on there till the 1st. So the website will be live on the 1st, and people can request quotes from the 1st of April. 1st of April is actually day before Good Friday. And then, but I won't be sending invoices, because with it being a business, I have to send invoices with the quote on if it's been accepted. I won't be sending them or accepting people sending me things until the 6th. Otherwise, I'd have to do a tax return for the few weeks that are left in March and the first week of April next year. And like my mentor said, there's no point, you might as well just leave it for that couple of weeks and then do it. And I thought, well, it gives me the chance to get everything set up, organised, and then I'm ready to go. So yeah, so that's why I've been so busy. I've got a logo which I'll put up there. I put it on my Facebook group, and people have helped me to tweak it, and I've got it how I want it now. I also did some stockings. Amanda Halber Stitcher, she messaged me before I got in touch with the Chamber of Commerce and asked me if I could do some stockings for her. So I said, yeah, sure, no problem. So she sent them to me. I've finished them for her, returned them, and then she's talked about it on her video, and she gave me the most fantastic feedback. It was like, oh yeah. So yeah, so thank you, Amanda. Made my day, my week. So yeah, I'm also going to use some of her feedback as a testimonial on my website. So yeah, I'll put a link to Halber Stitcher down below if you don't already watch her. So yeah, right, so that's it as far as that's concerned. So I'll move on to my knitting. So again, I've not spent too much time on my knitting, but I have done quite a lot. So as last time I said, I've finished that fleecy jacket for my grandson, of which I've only just got the buttons today. I ordered them last week. It's over a week since I ordered them, and they've only just arrived today, so I can actually finish that off and give it to him. But I said I wanted to start something for my new granddaughter who's due on Easter Sunday. So it's not a brilliant copy, so I've started knitting this. I'm doing the jacket, and then there's a hat and mittens and booties. I showed you the yarn I'm using last time. So it's a UKHKA, UK Hand Knitting Association pattern. So yeah, my printing's not brilliant. So I've already done the back and the two fronts. So I'll show you the back, even though it's all rolled up, string yarn hanging everywhere. So there's the back, and as you can see, it's got a nice holy pattern, and then it rolls up at the bottom because there's a picot edging. So when I'm making it up, this will fold over, and then you get the little bumpy edge. So yeah, it just rolls up at the minute. So that's the back, and then the fronts are just the same. It's just got the same pattern, then it's shaped up for the neck and the arms. And I'm on the sleeves at the moment, so I always knit sleeves together. The two sleeves I knit at the same time using 2 balls of wool, and then you know exactly they're exactly the same. It takes longer, I suppose, but I prefer doing it that way. My next knitting is my little dress that I'm doing for my granddaughter, my older granddaughter. This is a Sirdar pattern, number 5279. I actually saw this last year when we were on lockdown. I think that it came up as an advert on Facebook, and it was, is it Knit in a Box? And it was a set you could get with the knitting pattern. You got the yarn, you got all sorts of things in it, and I thought, I'm gonna have a look. So I went on, I use Wool Warehouse more than anything online for yarn. So I went on Wool Warehouse and I got this and the yarn, and I don't think it cost me half of what they wanted for the box. So yeah, I just really like the pattern. I thought that'd be gorgeous for my little granddaughter, but I knew I wouldn't get it done for last summer. Plus she'd only just been born in May, so I made it in the 1 to 2 size, or I'm making it in the 1 to 2 size. There's my ball of yarn. This is 100% cotton yarn, and I have done more than what I showed you last time, but yeah, so as you can see, it's got that nice like butterfly type effect on it. So yeah, that's coming on nicely. And then I've been knitting on something else. This is a scarf. I'm going to show it. So I think it's called Sarayan. I'll put a link down below. It's on Ravelry. It's got like leaves on the edge, and it's a 14 row repeat. You've got like a rib there. These are my old stitch markers that I've just carried on using on this scarf. It's got a rib edge there, and then you've got a plain stocking stitch in the middle, and then you've got these leaves on the side. and it's like I say 14 row repeats, and I was stitching it, knitting it using circular needles. Yeah, I just cannot knit with circular needles and double pointed needles. I like having my needle under my arm, you know, so it's static and I can move my hand. Where circular needles, you can't do that. And I just 14 rows was taking me over an hour on you know, on those few stitches on the circular needles. And then I bought these the other day because I didn't have 5.5mm needles. So I bought these the other day and I did 14 rows in 20 minutes. So it just shows how much quicker it is. So yeah, I've been knitting that as well. This yarn is this one, Stylecraft Amore. Again, I got it from Wool Warehouse, I think. So yeah, so that's my knitting. I've not got a picture of the finished one of these. I didn't print the picture out. I just printed out the instructions. So yeah, that's that one. So that's my knitting. So I think that is it for this week. I feel like I've just talked and talked and talked. When I plan these videos, I think, don't know what I'm going to talk about, don't know what I'm going to say, and then I start filming and I just waffle on. So yeah, considering a few years ago I had to do videos as part of my job, I was supposed to film myself teaching a child a one-to-one thing, and I hated it. I just hated watching myself, and now I'm doing this. Yeah, shows how times change. Right, so I think that's it for this week. So again, thank you everybody for watching, for commenting, and I'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Have a good 2 weeks and happy stitching.